Hello, welcome to Wired In. I'm Diana Galata, Executive Director for Public Relations and Marketing for Hampton City Schools. I'm thrilled today to have a returning guest, Quentin Brown, who is the Executive Director of Communities and Schools of Hampton Roads. Welcome.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
We're glad you're back. Why don't you remind our audience about Communities and Schools and what it's all about?
Gladly. Communities and Schools is the nation's leading dropout prevention organization with a very simple mission. We surround students with a community of support, empowering them to stay in school and achieve in life. And what that looks like on the ground is our hired site coordinators are placed in our partnering schools. And their job, first and foremost, is to work with the schools to identify students and families with the greatest need that's preventing our students from achieving their full academic potential. Once those needs are identified, our job is to then work with existing resources within our communities, within those school communities, and connect those resources and/or services to the families and students that require them most. And once we're matched, or once we match those students with those resources, we then monitor and track to make sure that the services are benefiting the students and the families. Because what we don't want to happen is we work with the student for 6 months and realize that what we're doing is not working. We want to be able to know in a very timely manner that the services that we're putting in place are actually working. And through doing that, we've been able to see outstanding results that I'll certainly get to here shortly. But that's us. That's who we are, and we've been doing it for about 38 years nationally. Many people don't know that. Here locally in Hampton Roads, we've been around for just shy of 9 years, and most people don't know that either. We're the nation's best kept secret, as I like to put it. But we're serving students, and we're doing whatever it takes to keep those students in school.
So you were here in March of 2014. So share with us the kind of accomplishments that have taken place within the last year.
Last year, you shared, was March 14th, and the 13-14 school year was our first complete school year under our new structure, our regional model. So in June or July of 2014, we were able to compile our end-of-year data, which we do at the end of every year. And what we were able to find was that we worked with approximately 900 students through various levels of services. And for those students that we were able to wrap our arms around and provide our intensive supports by coordinating those services I spoke of earlier, we were able to see approximately 75% of those students improve grades, academics, and behavior. We always say nationally our data speaks for itself, but it was great to conclude at the end of last year to be able to demonstrate that our data here locally either meets or exceeds what we've been able to produce nationally. Additionally, at that point in March of 14, we were serving one school in Hampton, our alternative high school, Performance Learning Center, and we were serving IC Norcom High School in Portsmouth. Since then, we've been able to grow and add on additional sites, one of which in Hampton being Hampton High School, two in Norfolk, Chesterfield Academy Elementary, and Granby High School. And as recently as this past year, or this past month rather, we've added on a new district in Suffolk over at Elephants Fork Elementary School. So we've gone from 2 sites in 2 cities to an expansion of 6 sites in 4 cities. And that's not due to an aggressive sales strategy or sales approach. It's based on what we say we actually go out and do, and the data speaks for itself. We say that we're going to keep kids in school, we keep kids in school. We say that we're going to make an impact in these 3 areas of grades, academics, and behavior, and we make an impact in those 3 areas. So our community, our schools, our corporate partners, our foundations, they've heard that message before. They've heard it from me. And being able to actually demonstrate that and show the results, it's spoken for itself. And we've been able to grow because of that. And of course, we can talk about the stories at the schools where we work with our teenage mothers and the same fathers of those students, or those children, those babies, if you will. Connecting our African-American males with prominent African-male role models out in the community through a partnership with 200+ men. Working with bully prevention organizations, ensuring that our students understand that anger is not the answer and knowing that there are other avenues to work out your problems instead of anger or bullying, trauma, loss. Working on all of those areas, we have those stories to tell, leadership opportunities, internships. We can go on and on for hours, but we don't have hours. But the data and the stories speak for themselves. We've been able to accomplish a great deal since last year. We expect to accomplish even more over the next 12 months.
So let's talk a little bit about that. What do you see next for communities and schools in Hampton City Schools? Specifically
in Hampton, so you've heard me mention our Performance Learning Center, which again is an alternative learning environment for students that have either dropped out or are at high risk of dropping out. You've also heard me mention Hampton High School, which we just partnered with, I think, mid-March, I think was when we put boots on the ground. From there, we're going to build back to Lindsay Middle School, which feeds into Hampton High School. And from there, we're going to build back to Andrews Pre-K-8 School. And if I had a graphic or something to show you, it would be very clear that what we're building and creating is a pipeline of success from pre-K to 12, taking every opportunity for our students to fail or not succeed and replacing them with opportunities for them to be successful. We will ensure that in Hampton, within that community, that our teachers and administrators from that pre-K through 12th grade pipeline have the resources and services that they need to ensure that they can provide the quality instruction that they're hired and capable of doing. And we'll take care of those social issues that our students bring to school, those social challenges that they didn't ask for, they were given. But that's a long way to answer your question. In short, in Hampton, we will create a pipeline from pre-K to 12 that ensures success for our students all the way through.
That's exciting. And and you're not limited to Hampton, because you mentioned earlier a couple of other school divisions. So what is your vision for the region with communities and schools?
For the region, it's no different from the vision I just outlined in Hampton. It's no different. The only difference is that it'll be done in Suffolk, it'll be done in Portsmouth, it'll be done in Norfolk, and any other district within the region that wants to invite communities and school support. So the vision is the same. We will create a pipeline of success in each of those districts that we serve. And what we know, and depending on who you ask, Hampton Roads consists of Southampton Roads and or the Peninsula. When I speak of Hampton Roads, it's the Peninsula and Southampton Roads, if you will. But our vision, we know that by creating that pipeline of success in any one city, we are undoubtedly touching the other cities around it. So by building success in Hampton, we're building success in Portsmouth. By doing the same in Portsmouth, we're building success in Suffolk and Norfolk and everywhere else, because our students cross boundaries. They work in other cities. They live in other cities. They raise families in other cities. They spend money in other cities. So it's one region for us, and by building that pipeline in each district, we will undoubtedly lift the region.
Well, and it would be great for our students graduating to stay in the region, get jobs here, raise their families here.
Yes.
So it's anywhere in the region. We'd love for them to be in Hampton, but just to stay in this region would be very positive for us. So tell us, is there anything else you'd like to share? You've shared a lot of really good news about communities and schools, but I want to give you an opportunity to share something that you may not have shared previously.
There's a lot that I haven't shared. There's a lot that needs to be shared.
We need a longer show, I guess.
I need a longer opportunity, yes. But I think, well, in case I don't get the opportunity, I do want to express gratitude and thanks to you and Dr. Shiflett, Superintendent of Schools, for supporting communities and schools within Hampton City and also giving me the opportunity to present on platforms such as this. So thank you for that. But what I will say, I guess in final words, so to speak, for this particular interview, would be that for those that may see this, whether they're watching the day that it's published or 2 years from now, if you are not fully familiar with communities and schools or have never heard of communities and schools, I would encourage you to get in touch with myself, one of our colleagues here in the region, or within the nation, wherever you are. Reach out to communities and schools, get the nuts and bolts about who we are, learn about the work that we do, learn that we're not reinventing the wheel, we're not recreating anything. We're ensuring that we have a collaborative approach, ensuring that our resources are done in an effective and an efficient way. But get to know us. Take a site visit. We host site visits once a month for the most part throughout the school year. We're serving 4 districts, so we can get a site close to you. Bottom line, get to know us. Spend more time and figure out or learn and understand that this is an organization that's providing real and true value with results to the region of Hampton Roads.
Well, it sounds like you're doing great things for our students, so keep it up.
I will.
And we'll have you back in a year or
Please.
less.
Please.
And because we want to hear about more of the great accomplishments regarding our students. So thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Wired In. Have a great week.